incapable of passing any exams. All he ever did was to sit in on lessons, and not many of them either. Paleontology, mainly. He had an unhealthy passion for mammoths, which matched the state of his intellect perfectly. That is to say, prehistoric.
Prehistoric? How dare you? A little far-fetched, maybe. But he did have flashes of intellectual brilliance, comprehensible only to high-minded scholars who hold no score by appearances.
Gentlemen.
My dear colleague, your hasty conclusions are somewhat cavalier.
My assessment is wholly accurate. The boy was a little odd. You must concur if my father, who was rector of the university at the time, had not shown great indulgence towards him. Hans Vorarlberg would have never attended this establishment.
What about the bandstand, then? Is that the work of a deranged mind? Even after all these years, you are still jealous of it.
My dear colleagues, I beseech you, let's show some decorum. We have a visitor. What do you want with Hans Vorarlberg, miss? Are you a member of his family?
No, not at all. I'm looking for him to clear up an inheritance matter. Is he still here?
What? Here? At the university? No, not at all. He left a long time ago. Yes, a very long time ago. The very year I was nominated to this position, in fact. Almost 50 years ago already.
Man, the voice actor's
The
really
poor
not
soul
good shit about
moved
what the
on
script
once
actually
he
said.
learned all he needed to know about mammoths.
Ah, this establishment was never quite the same after his departure, it must be said.
Yes,
You mean to
less
say it was
mammoth
never as
trivia.
bad? All that oddball brought to this university was his misplaced fantasies.
Gentlemen, let's try to retain the calm and level-headedness that befits our
These guys are
position.
having gay sex on the side.
No, keep talking, bitches.
Alright, I really don't want to. Do you want to?
Sauvignon.
You wouldn't know if there is any Forest Sauvignon here in Barrackstadt, would you?
Absolutely.
When he says absolutely, he means, of course, absolutely none.
What we mean, of course, is that we are
you gotta at
absolutely
least do the
positive
mission,
there is no Forest Sauvignon here in Barrackstadt.
Really? Are you sure? Because I read in a book that Barrackstadt possesses a number of plants. I wouldn't mind getting a hold of some if possible.
Out of the question, miss.
The assistant rector means to say that
Comes
our
into a university
priority
is like,
is
"Give
for
me your
you
plants,
to
bitch."
remove your train from our station.
Yeah.
Your research will have to wait until your next stop.
Yes, that's
I'm
right.
so
Your train must
hungry.
leave the station immediately, so please refrain from wasting our time in needless visitations.
Don't forget the regulations, miss. Don't forget them. Trains
Lamest
should
fluffers
first stop,
ever.
then subsequently leave. And quickly.
It's the only explanation for why they hate trains so much.
Yeah, are they European? Oh, mission. Yeah, I have to do mission, then we can go.
You see, I didn't actually intend to stop here, but the springs of my train gave up, you see?
No, not really. You mean to say you're
We
not a
said
student?
you see twice.
You have arrived a little late in the term, miss. Enrollment for this year has already terminated.
Yeah, because
But as rectors of this university and therefore representatives of its highest authority, we could bend the rules a little, if you like.
Do a little strip
You don't
baby.
understand. I'm a lawyer from New York.
Okay, now
or
you're
rather,
talking.
Valladolid, more precisely. My client wants to buy out an old mechanical toy factory, but its heir isn't
obviously-
actually dead
obvious
and is
reasons
living somewhere in
that I can't think
Syberia.
about right now.
I've got to get to him to sign the sales contract. You see?
Not really. This is a most peculiar tale.
You guys aren't actually
A kerfuffle of the highest order.
A kerfuffle.
We have an excellent law school, if you should ever change your mind.
Yeah, Kate. I mean, I don't believe you're a
I'm
lawyer
out of
either.
here. Fuck this.
Here we are, busy chatting, and look at the clock. It's tea time.
Already? My word, doesn't time fly by?
Thank you for a charming visit, miss.
And thank you, gentlemen.
Run, Kate, run!
Man, why did they even bother to unlock the factory doors? Come on, I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back.
Nope, still not talking to him. I will go through the store though. Or not.
No point. No point.
Oh, fuck. Looks like we're talking to this guy.
Excuse me.
Came back just in time.
Sir?
We're talking.
Please, just a
Yay.
moment.
Yes, what is it? I'm not deaf, you know.
I am sorry to disturb you in your work, sir, but
This young Mammoths primigenius is barely 40,000 years old. Fantastic, wouldn't you say, miss?
I guess.
yes. Probably.
What do you mean, probably?
I don't know.
You don't know? Oh, you don't know, I see. What can I do for you, my dear child?
If I were to say Forest Sauvignon to you, what would you say?
Oh, let's see. Sauvignon. Sauvignon? I would say it's some kind of tropical shrub, don't you think?
We are talking about the same plant, then. It is a very rare shrub with small, juicy fruits. I found a book about the Amazon, and it says that there are even Sauvignon plants growing right here in Bergstadt. You wouldn't know where, would you?
Amazon Sauvignon plants here? No. No, I don't think there are any. Highly implausible. But, you should ask the station master. He is keeper of the greenhouse at our university, so he could tell you more than me.
Oh, thanks very much.
Mission, I guess?
It wasn't really my intention to stop off here, but I'll confess, this university is really very impressive.
Ah, indeed. There's such a tradition of learning here. And so much knowledge, a real depth of culture, intelligence, and gray matter. I myself did my studies here and never left.
You don't say.
Actually, I'm here because I've been summoned by the rectors of the
You
university.
don't say.
Oh, I see. You must have made a mistake on your enrollment
Seriously,
form.
don't say.
Oh, no. I haven't come here to study. I have an important matter of inheritance to attend to. I have to find the heir.
And you hope you will find him here?
I'm not altogether sure. But you see, my train broke down coming into Bergstadt station.
In that case,
But you
my
see,
dear,
I have to
you
have
must
this
come to one of
conversation
my
with
lectures.
every person I ever talk
Here's a
to
question
ever,
for
repeat
you.
the exact same
Do you know
things
what
over and
the
over and over. People
proboscidean
don't
is?
even go somewhere.
It's such a riveting plot.
Probo-whatian?
I mean,
see,
a mile a minute.
there are gaps in your knowledge that need
This is
refreshing.
almost worse than Star Wars.
I mean, I couldn't sum up this story in 2 sentences. At all.
To tell you the truth, I'm looking for Mr.
Ah,
Hans
shut up,
Wahlberg.
Kate.
He's the sole heir of a very
Yeah, that's great.
unusual factory.
Skip it.
Syberia. Ah, Syberia. But what was it you said again?
Said what?
You mentioned
We're not doing
Vorarlberg.
this.
Hans Vorarlberg. How could I forget him? Such an
so
extraordinary
interesting,
fellow.
John.
So inventive. We shared a passion for mammoths, you know, and we bonded over this passion. Without it, I confess,
And we
I
started
would have
making
had
out
little
over
to do
this
with an
passion.
odd, ageless
Candlelight
retard like
dinners.
Hans.
One time I looked up
At
at
the
Hans.
time, we were both
He had
students.
just taken off his
Well,
shirt
sort of.
because he
Put it
become
this way.
so overwhelmed by
Hans
looking
had
at a
special
mammoth.
permission to
He needed
attend
an heir.
paleontology
At that
lectures.
point, my
See, he
penis
didn't really
grew
have the
3
necessary
sizes.
qualifications. In exchange, Hans did a few odd jobs around the university.
Uh-huh.
Your Hans Vorarlberg sounds uncannily like the one I'm looking for.
I'm not sure, my dear.
Is
Hans
Hans
was
Wahlberg
above
like
all
a super
questions
popular
of money
name
and
in Europe?
business. Just to imagine him running a factory, perish the thought.
Can you tell me a little bit more about him?
He was always a mystery to me. He
one
never said
night,
very much. You
after
never
having
quite
had
seemed to
4-course
grasp what
meal,
you said to him.
He looked
He
me in the
expressed
eyes.
himself instead
Baby
through
oil
his
in one
incredible
hand,
mechanical
and
contraptions.
Sauvignon grapes in the
His
other.
inventions, I admit, have been much appreciated by the university. The few times we really did talk, it was about his strange interest for mammoths and a doll. Some sort of doll that obsessed him.
A doll, you say?
Yes, he kept talking about it. One day he described it to me. A sort of children's toy. A miniature mammoth mounted by a maut. It appears he found it in a cave not far from his home. The event all sounds very dramatic. His
sounds
account
boring
was
as hell.
slightly confused, but it awoke a great interest in me.
What do you mean?
To my knowledge, there was only one tribe who made figurines featuring a mammoth, and that tribe is the Yukols. They live in
Another
the
piece of
farthest
an
reaches of
amazingly boring
Syberia,
puzzle.
and for them, the dolls constituted a sacred object,
What?
illustrating one of their central legends. How such a doll made the journey from the frozen Siberian north to a cave in the French Alps is a mystery to me.
Wait.
Even today,
Maybe
it is
someone
beyond
took it
my
there.
comprehension.
Have you considered that Hans Vorarlberg was maybe making it up? You said yourself
Kate,
he didn't seem to
you
have
have
all
the
his
doll.
mental facilities
Yeah,
intact.
Kate's not the brightest
No,
bulb.
that's impossible.
Are you playing
Hans
a devil's
couldn't invent
advocate
a
to
story
yourself,
like that.
Kate? What the
doll
hell?
is a sacred part of the Syberia legend. He described it to me in exact detail. Syberia
Furthermore,
itself
Professor,
is a
how do you know my
chimera
name
that
is Kate
paleontologists
Walker at
of the
all?
world are very fond of pursuing.
I don't want to talk to this guy anymore.
Yeah, he's pretty amazing.
I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too
Get
much.
excited, Professor, because you
Sorry?
might get desperate and come back and
No,
talk to
not
you
at
some
all,
more.
my dear child.
Well,
Did you go any? Can you go any further down the hall? Have you tried?
Yeah, I tried. There's only a door that I can't go through. I didn't see anything I could pick up.
Okay.
I'd like to steal the mammoth, but right now we need those grapes.
Man, I love how even the windows are like somehow larger than the doors. And you tried to go through that door and you couldn't.
Yeah.
You tried to go upstairs.
I have gone upstairs.
Oh, was
There's
nothing
just
there?
a locked door and an asshole that I didn't talk to.
That's the rector's. What are you doing?
Yeah. Just making sure there wasn't anything here on their desk that I missed.
Yes, you could just like steal something in front of the three. I mean, you'd have to like be like, by the way, Professor, was Hans a good student? And you could totally steal something, but
Yeah.
well, we'll go into a very boring diatribe about that for the next 4 minutes.
I just figured that if I could steal a book in front of an old man, I could. Alright, let's get out of here. It's a creepy ass university with only one classroom.
It's got that library. The Library of Death.
Yeah, and a Doom library. Fuck.
Yeah, we were kind of overdue, though.
Hello?
So, you got him then, this air?
Ah, it's you, Mr. Marson. Good day, and how are you, sir?
I'll feel a whole lot better when this whole business is over and the sales contract is signed. Where the hell are you?
I'm in Barkstadt.
What? What in God's name are you doing there?
It's a
Everyone knows where
magnificent
Barkstadt
university
is.
town. It would appear Hans Vorarlberg
Yes,
once passed
magnificent.
by here
Magnificently
several
Sovietly
years ago.
built.
So if he isn't there anymore, then there's no point hanging around.
I hear what you're saying, sir, but I have good reason to believe that Hans Vorarlberg is still alive.